Welcome back by via Expo 2. Today we're gonna watch Shallon Lester. Let's see what interesting things he now has to say about relationships. About you have to meet a guy at his worst and then you can see who he is, not when he is on his best. Let's
Just
listen.
really pushed to the edge. That's not who he is. I've never seen him do that before. No, I hadn't, because he was keeping it under control, right? But I realize now, and I had to realize all this shit the hard way. We can't judge people by how sweet they are. We just can't. We just can't. What's the example I'm going to give? You know what it is? Hitler was a delight at parties. He was very charming. Anyone can be nice. Anyone can flatter you, tell you what you want to hear, hone in on the things you want to be complimented about. No, 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 no. We must judge people by those outbursts, by those seemingly outlier behaviors, because that is who they really are. We have to judge people by the depths of their rock bottom, the depths of their depravity, and what they're really capable of when things don't go their way, when people aren't obeying them, when they do have a narcissistic injury to their ego. How do they act when they're not getting what they want? What will they do when they're backed into a corner? That is how we have to judge people. And if Gabby Petito had had that metric, things might have turned out differently. She probably wouldn't have even been with that dude in the first place. And again, no judgment on her. I've been there. We all have. But when we tell ourselves that's not who he really is, there's a lot of dead girls that have said that. So let's talk about what kind of person is an abusive person. We're going to talk about narcissists. Now, we just talked about narcissists in the last video with Elon Musk. I believe Elon Musk is a psychopath. To me, he's the most textbook psychopath I've seen in a long time. Donald Trump is a textbook psychopath. Very, very clear cut. Psychopathy is characterized by, of course, a lack of empathy and remorse, but also where sociopathy is not, is risk taking. Risk taking. Elon is going into space, okay? Big risk, big dude on risks. I don't believe for a fucking second he's got Asperger's, because he is perfectly capable of being charming and then maliciously manipulative. That's not what Asperger people can do. That's literally the definition, is they're just blunt. You know, they can't be charming. They can't roll with the social punches. I have a friend, hi Chrissy, who was dating a guy who keeps claiming he has Asperger's. I'm like, no, he doesn't. Because he can be very manipulative and like twisted to you. But then he's claiming he can't be charming? I don't fucking think so. He's just a garden variety asshole and a narcissist. Just run of the mill. Oldest story in the book. So people like Elon are playing this autism card because it's a very convenient social excuse. Losers and weaklings like, oh my God, he's just got Asperger's. You guys let him do whatever. He's a psychopath, man. It's like the greatest trick the devil pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. So I say this because all psychopaths basically are narcissists, but not all narcissists are psychopaths. So we're going to talk about narcissists versus psychopaths today, okay? A narcissist we think is driven by like, I feel so amazing about myself. They're not. They're driven by shame. They don't feel good about themselves. And this facade that they're presenting to the world is a far cry from how they actually feel about themselves, right? And the gap between those two selves is like the Grand Canyon. It's this emotional black hole that they can't jump from one side to the next. They'll fall in and they'll die. So in the Elon video, we talked about how people with NPD, narcissistic personality disorder, it's like they've got a sunburn. You know, you touch someone normally, hey bud, someone has a sunburn, it's a wound, right? And so that drives their behavior. And I don't want to spend too much time analyzing these kinds of people because I don't give a shit. And I don't want to say or do anything that is going to sow any seeds of pity for people like this. None. None. I was talking to a friend today, and one of her friends is being horribly abused by her boyfriend. And she had to get escorted out of their house by the cops because she was like afraid of him. And he was doing things like smearing feces on the wall. Feces on the wall. He was literally doing it when the cops showed up and then was like, she's crazy, as he's like Jackson Pollocking the walls with his own excrement. She's the crazy one, Ossifer. It's her. And my friend was like, he was really abused as a child. I was like, tough shit. Don't care. If you're abused and you want to get help, you have all my empathy, every ounce that I have to give to you. But if you were abused and you become an abuser, You need to get put down like a rabid dog. You understand me? Your problems don't get to become a woman's problems. Your abuse doesn't mean you get to abuse other people. I don't fucking buy that shit. Sorry. And when guys who have been toxic to me try to explain it from that point of view, boy, oh boy, are they met with an iceberg of a woman. I'm like, cool story, Hansel. You made your problems my problems. Now we got a problem.
I hope you take a look at her channel, Shallon Lester. She's really insightful in many things. And I hope you like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.